tried to launch, and I failed. To join comrades underneath. Over time, the world parallel to this, they say. At one with the ocean. I was ready to depart and awake as a new element, a million years from now. Find the exit. Summer is winter, and winter is endless rain. To return to the sea is the only necessity. But the heart is a twisted engine, running even on empty. And now, to wake on Delete Beach. Undeleted, still breathing. And needing a hit? What is the price? And where can I pay it?
I'm not quite sure how to preface this video. Between staying up for the release of 365, a ballad song dedicated to its orbits, and following the progression of meeting up on Twitter, it seems we're all abuzz right now. Let's discuss the number 1 and number 2 teasers that LOONA dropped, and what I believe will come next in the lore. It's been a long time, guys. I'm happy to be back and analyzing the richest lore of South Korea's most unique girl group. Without further ado, let's enter the Looniverse. Per usual, let's begin with the LOONA Moon intro. The colors of the moons are lighter and the background is black, an inversion of the old LOONA Moon intros prior. The moon this time wanes to the right, whereas in Butterfly Era and the XX series teasers, it wanes to the left. We determine that when the moon wanes to the right, we are on the A side of the Mobius strip, and when the moon wanes to the left, we are on the B side of the strip. The first time that we saw the moon intro reversed was with Eve with the reverse LOONA the World link. When LOONA debuted, the moon returned to normal, and the colors of the moon moved from girls 1 through 12. It only changed again in Butterfly, with the colors also going from 12 to 1. We didn't have a moon intro for the hash teaser, but now, with the number 1 teaser, the moon again moves to the left in the colors of the original reveal. One minor difference is that all the moons are now a lighter color, like white was added to them. We'll be sure to find out the significance of this in due time. The teaser begins on the beach in Iceland that we left off at in the Burn teaser. After we see that beach, those same cryptic letters flash across the screen, like the ones that we also saw in Burn. No one has yet to decode it. However, there's been some speculation as to what it could say. Eden and Deja Vu are one of the most prominent suggestions. In black and white, we see images of the 1/3 members. The final image is of Vivi's eye and a palm closing. The visuals focus on eyes, mouth, and ears, Some orbits speculate this to convey the proverb, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. In addition, we see the white butterfly appear over the mysterious text in between the members. There are some callbacks to earlier motifs as well. Heejin, our first girl, then opens her eyes. She looks back while she is high above the clouds in the sky. She then looks upwards and begins to ascend stairs in the sky, the note playing in the video changing from a C to a C sharp. When Heejin steps, the pitch rises a half step. When I theorized for Burn, I referenced Rainia's B-sharp theory on Twitter. In this theory, Rainia stated that Burn could be an alternate reality or timeline based on the musical key being a B-sharp, which, on a piano scale, looks like the normal C major scale. It can also be written as X, which could explain the XX title of Butterfly Era, an alternate timeline. I'll link the theory down below, and you can also check out my Burn theory and analysis if you want to hear me talk about this being an alternate timeline and all of that good nonsense. Rainia's theory was strengthened in that Heejin's steps altered the note from a C to a C sharp. The pitch rises half a step, there being 12 half steps in an octave. Like Rainia had stated before, an entire round around the 12 keys from C major to B sharp would complete the scale. They've also shared that Dal Segno, a track from YY by Y's Beauty and the Beat, means to return to the sign and repeat the section. This reinforces LOONA's loop timelines along the Mobius strip. Rainia also shared that if you went up 6 half steps, it would be a perfect split of the octave, an augmented fourth or diminished fifth, which is tritonus. It is considered disharmonious and used to be known as the devil's interval. If we were to do 1 teaser per member and 1 half step per member, then the 6th half step would equate to Kinlip, the 6th girl. The story of Burn, number 1 and number 2, in my opinion, goes as follows. The girls assembled in Hi-Hi, trying to jump higher. XX reversed that and introduced a new timeline with the butterfly effect. Go-On went back to Iceland. There, in the crashed plane, she finds a feather. When she picks up this feather, it rewinds the events of Hi-Hi and brings about Butterfly. The girls, as the lyrics tell, fly like a butterfly, their wings taking them higher and higher. However, in Burn, all of those events are reversed once again. We see them being replayed through the Walkman by the VHS static. XX and Plus Plus are quite literally burnt up. Olivia burns her cassette tape and Jinsoul doesn't recognize her. Cherry places Jinsoul's fish in an alternate timeline. The butterflies are set aflame and fly high. Because Butterfly Era has been undone, Heejin's first step into the sky can continue uninterrupted. Olivia now ascends the staircase she fell down in X3X, and Go-On, wearing her jacket, looks up and to the left. The Dreamworld girls appear in Heejin's dreams. She awakes from them and realizes that she is now up in the sky due to flying higher. Heejin looks back at Go-On, perhaps. She looks up and begins to climb the stairs onward. This teaser opens with the girls with no color, the Dreamside girls. They're dancing to Butterfly and then, all of a sudden, Heejin opens her eyes and we're back in color, or on the awake side of the Mobius. Since we observed that the LOONA Moon intro is back to waning on the right, we can assume that we are back on the A side of the strip. However, because the intro background is inverted to black, we may be facing a darker narrative, possibly taking place in the B side of the strip where the girls' shadows pursue the awake girls. Or perhaps this means nothing at all. Let's go back to Burn. So in the beginning of the teaser, we see Go-On without her coat. We know that this Go-On is the XX Go-On that went back in time to Plus Plus Go-On. She tore off her coat before entering the plane to pick up the feather. So during the teaser, as we rewind visuals from Butterfly and the XX teasers, finally, at the end, Go-On is seen looking upwards towards Heejin in her black butterfly outfit. By the way, this black butterfly outfit was seen in the Butterfly teaser, music video, and for all LOONAs around the world. We're back to square one with Plus Plus Go-On running behind Hyunjin's truck, a hostel, and a dreamcatcher at night, hopeful in breaking the loop. This means that, like I said, all of Butterfly's timeline has been reversed. The tape was destroyed with fire, assuming that the tape Olivia lit up was Butterfly's. With the release of the butterfly by Go-On and the flapping of wings, Heejin synchronizes on top of the clouds, flying higher and higher, but she must be wary. Fly too close to the sun, and your wings will burn. This is the legend of Icarus. Daedalus, Icarus' father, was ingenious. He built a labyrinth to trap a centaur with, and also built wings for both himself and Icarus to use to fly across the ocean. He warned Icarus not to fly too close to the sun or else his wings would melt. Icarus did not heed his words, and he fell, drowning in the sea. I brought up this legend in my analysis of New. Eve sings the lyrics, willing to get closer to the sun, flapping of the burnt wings. Her animal is the swan, an animal with white feathers associated with flight. A painting titled The Fall of Icarus, depicting just that, was present at the castle where YY filmed Love Forever and One. So this observation is not foreign to us orbits. If Heejin is Icarus, perhaps her wings are burning or melting, and the feather that Gohan picked up in X2X was from her wings. This kind of blurs the idea that Butterfly's timeline was completely wiped, so I don't really know that the feather was Heejin's, especially when Hassel and Death Hassel were around the plane anyways. If the feather is from Heejin's newfound wings, then this introduces a concept that I discussed in my Looniverse on Fire Theory video, quantum mechanics. Schrödinger's cat and Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation of time and space. I know it feels like I keep promoting my own videos, but this video in particular is one that I am very proud of that clarifies a lot of information related to Gohan's butterfly effect and the timelines of the Looniverse. Please check it out if you want a more in-depth look at quantum mechanics within the entire Looniverse. Relating to quantum mechanics, there are 3 things you should know. Superposition, by which a particle can be in 2 or more places or states at once, in other words, both alive and dead. Entanglement, by which 2 particles can coordinate their properties across space and time and behave like a singular system. In other words, a character and her narrator, your body and your shadow. The measurement problem, by which the act of measuring or observation alters what is being observed. In other words, the telling of a dream. When Schrödinger's cat was put into the box, there was a mechanism within that had a trigger to kill the cat if pulled. The trigger monitors atoms of a radioactive substance, so if the atom moves, it will initiate the response. If within an hour the trigger responded, then the cat would die. However, there is equal probability within the same time frame that the trigger will hold and the cat will live. This experiment highlights particle entanglement, dead cat equals decayed atom, alive cat equals undecayed atom, as well as superposition. Both the cat and atom exist as a wave function. Before you open the box, they exist in every possible state as an array of itself within the box. If it's superposed, it is only when you open the box that you cement the particle's place in space and time. This is the measurement problem. Either 50% of the time the cat is dead, or the other 50% of the time it is alive. Without being observed, you exist everywhere and anywhere within a quantum system.